Chinyere Adichie, a famous Nigerian-American author, once said, "I think you travel to search and you come back home to find yourself there." I can say with certainty that after returning home from South Africa, I came home with new experiences that have helped shape who I am today. I have thoroughly researched my topic, but before I begin, these sources will help you to understand my presentation. Goodreads.com, peopletopeople.com, lionking.org, essayhistory.org, travelandleisure.com, siakana.org, SowetoCliptownyouth.webs.com, an interview with my mother on July 11th, goingeurope.com, ecofriendlyafricatravel.com, and some personal photos. My name is Dani Miller, and I'm going to tell you about some things I learned in South Africa with an organization called People to People. While there, I learned that I am adventurous and even brave. I have a love for embracing culture, and I also have a passion for service. My mother calls me the most timid and quiet of her 3 children, but although I may be timid, I learned something else very important about myself in South Africa. I learned that I am also adventurous and I can be brave. Before my people-to-people experience, I was a very shy high school student. I first learned about the organization People to People, which has the logo here, through a letter that was mailed to my house. After some researching on the website peopletopeople.com, I found that it was established in 1956 by President Eisenhower as a way to promote peace after World War II. With this organization, you don't get to travel with family or friends, but instead you travel with other high school students who you've just met. And in my case, I traveled with some high school students from Texas, Georgia, and California, and I'd only just met them at the airport 4 hours before my flight left to Johannesburg. This was a big step for my high school self, and it took a lot of courage, and I realized this was my first step of being adventurous, and I liked it. One of my favorite experiences in South Africa was the time I spent at the Shikudu Game Reserve at Kruger National Park, where we got to observe a king cheetah in its habitat at a rehab facility at the park. The king cheetah, which you can see in my picture here, possesses a recessive gene which produces its distinctive coat. You can see that the spots sort of blot together to form a dark stripe down the cheetah's back. This coat is extremely rare, and scientists at lionking.org estimate that it's only about 30 worldwide. Before going into the fenced-in area, the guy came over to me and told me that because I was the smallest out of all the kids, the cheetah would recognize this and try to stalk me. He gave me some tips and pointers. He told me to avoid eye contact and to stay at the center of the group. When I heard this, I was very afraid, but after I thought about it, I knew everything was okay. I took this chance, and I went into the cheetah exhibit. Sure enough, he did stalk me, but I remembered everything that the guide told me, and I stayed calm, and everything was okay. I was brave, and it worked out. In addition, I also learned something else about myself in South Africa. I learned I have a love to embrace culture, and I also have a love for trying new things. After our first night in the park wrapped up, it was time to shower and get ready for bed. Our guide warned us that the showers in South Africa in the bush were equipped with frogs. It was kind of like a cleaning service. The frogs jump around and eat the bugs and bacteria in the shower and help keep the shower clean. I thought about it, and in the United States we use chemicals to clean our showers, not frogs. So this was very different from what I was used to. But when I thought about it, I wasn't in the United States. I was in South Africa, so I was going to do it the South African way. A lot of my friends that were in the group decided not to shower because they didn't want to deal with the frogs. But looking back, I'm glad I showered with the frogs because I'll never have another shower like that. Like those I had in South Africa. After our time in Kruger National Park, we got to go to a traditional village where they spoke Xhosa, which is the language of vocal clucks, whistles, and ticks. In the village, I saw this sign, which says, it's an old African proverb that says, "A man without culture is like a zebra without stripes." And this struck me as a very important passage. Later, while walking in the village, a woman came up to me, and she was carrying a huge bowl of dead, dried caterpillars. And although I couldn't understand what she was saying, she was motioning with her hands for me to try one. I used this proverb as motivation as I ate the caterpillar. Needless to say, it wasn't my favorite thing, but looking back, I'm also glad I tried this, because I'll never have that opportunity, and it clearly made her day when I tried it. I realized how important it was to embrace culture and to try new things, even when it was daunting. I also discovered something else that was very important. It would also shape my life forever. I learned that I had a passion for service. In Johannesburg, we went to the Southwestern Township, or Soweto for short. We went to the Siakahana Food Garden Permaculture Project, and its mission, according to its website, siakahana.org, is to establish a model urban agriculture initiative that showcases a food garden. And here, it provides opportunities for the villagers. It provides education, employment, and income generating opportunities. After my time here, we helped build gardens for the citizens, and we got to work side by side with them. By the end of the day, it was incredible to see our hard work and how it paid off. My time here has led me to service in the United States, where I became involved at the local food bank and also at a children's hospital in my city. We also went to the Soweto Kliptown Youth, or SKY for short. According to its website, SowetoKliptownYouth.webs.com, it was founded by a 16-year-old boy in 1987, and it sought to provide hope and services to some of the most neglected children in South Africa, some of which include the homeless and those whose parents have died of AIDS. Here we got to play soccer with some of the older kids, and we took care of the babies and toddlers in the nursery. And it was here that I realized I had a passion for service, and I wanted to pursue nursing, a career that heavily emphasizes passion for service and helping those in need. To me, these were more than just service opportunities, though. I had the realization that I wanted to do something like this for the rest of my life. In conclusion, the 3 things I learned about myself in South Africa are that I'm adventurous and even can be brave when necessary. I have a love for embracing culture and trying new things, and I have a passion for service and helping those in need. I want to leave you with this quote: "See the world. It's more fantastic than any dream made or paid for in factories. Ask for no guarantees. Ask for no security." I want to encourage all of you to go travel the world. You will learn some incredible things, not only about your destination, but about yourself.